This video after close trade Tuesday 28th of May 2013. Hope you had a good day's trading. Well, back after a day off, and a nice little day, 20 points of range, 1.7 million contracts traded, and a reversal day. We kind of gapped open after strong kind of overnight activity, then reached a high about 9:30 and then sold off. Before I get to the Emini charts though, just to recap a couple of the other markets, dollar index seemed to be kind of going to plan, but we're still stuck in this little bit of a range. We've got all these blue professional bars up here, a little bit of potentially a gathering pattern, so we'll kind of, I'm waiting to see whether the highs or lows of this kind of little range gets broken to the upside for a continuation of strength in dollar index. I'm also looking at gold and silver just for testing kind of lower on amateur bars, kind of testing down to see if we find some kind of a temporary low in gold and silver. The chart that's kind of got me a little bit not confused but surprised. Bonds have really kind of weakened over the last month, and I was kind of bullish on bonds because my thesis is that the money is flowing into US dollars, it's flowing into equities, but it's also flowing into bonds, and if we get any kind of weakness in equities, the money will flow into bonds, but it hasn't been doing that. It's almost like the PIMCO guys kind of top ticked this. Alarian kind of coming out, I think it was, saying that game over for bonds. And we've had these kind of strong blue professional down bars. Now we've broken through a support level here on the daily chart. Usually when we do that, if we just overshoot a support level on the daily chart, I'm looking to the weekly chart for the next support level to come in and maybe catch it. Talk about the market being kind of caught by the next time frame up. But frankly, that weekly support level is a ways off in terms of timing of forming. So we're back down at the ledge here. It's kind of interesting. I think this weakness really is kind of coming out of what's happening in Japan with their JGBs. They've got their interest rates have spiked over there. JGBs are selling off hard, and we could be just following that meme in the US with kind of lack of confidence in that whole QE kind of game. So anyway, that's kind of disappointing. It didn't kind of go the way I thought it might do here. And if you look at the oscillator, bonds versus equities, so here's equities and here's bonds, and this is today's activity, and all of a sudden we're back at the top of this kind of oscillator channel, comparing the move in bonds versus equities. We had a nice little run where we kind of equities were just kind of leveling off and the money was flowing into bonds, but then we had this reversal move where the equities kind of powered ahead and the bonds kind of sold off. So it's at an area where we've had kind of previous resistance or kind of similar levels in terms of this reading. But let's see if we get a bounce from there. It's a big reading and it's on a ledge in terms of professional activity there. So equities, we're in the process of kind of testing up to these highs, that kind of reversal day to day. Not broken, better X trend, kind of hit it hard in terms of these two kind of sell-off days, but we're back just testing into that range there. And when I look at the kind of time frames chart, so this is just backing it out, 3 time frames, multiple of 3 between the different time frames. So you can go down from a daily chart to a 135-minute chart. Remember, there are 3 complete 135-minute bars in a day session, and then divide the 135 by 3, you get 45 minutes. So still using kind of a ratio of 3 between my time frames and just kind of looking at the bigger picture. This is where we got this big kind of sell-off. We're sitting in this blue professional bar kind of range here at the moment, but I look to see the end of trend moves start to percolate through the different time frames. So with today's activity, we put in our pullback to end of trend from Thursday, Friday to today's activity. This bottom has been a pullback on the 135-minute chart, so we're looking to go pullback to end of trend, something like that on the 135-minute chart, which would show some kind of exhaustion in these time frames, which would then mean we'd kind of sell off till we get support on the daily chart here. But this is kind of a critical level, 1640. Let's see, we just kind of closed the gap. It was pretty strong. We've still got this kind of the timing in terms of the better sine wave on the 135-minute chart to make pullback to end of trend. So let's just wait and see. And the 40,500 tip bar chart, we put in exhaustion buying with this last move. So just think we're stuck in a bit of a channel here to find out. I'm wary about saying it's game over and we're going to roll through 1640 and enter a downtrend and so on. This market has just been so incredibly strong. So let's just kind of wait and see and wait for the next support level to form on 40,500. And if we do get a break, we did get some weakness the last time, but we bounced from there. If we do get another break, that'll be kind of more confirmation for me that we've kind of changed the trend. Anyway, so there we go. That's kind of the bigger picture. Nice day's trading for me. Actually got short my first trade at the beginning of the day because we'd had a strong uptrend. Here we've got to see pullback to end of trend on the 1500 tip bar chart, but we'd maxed out a little bit here first thing in the morning, and we got this little signal here on the 500 tip bar chart where we tested up with a blue professional bar and immediately fell through the lows. So that's showing kind of weakness there. The professionals are getting short on that little retrace, and so I just went short at 66 even. Went kind of 2 points in my favor, but it's Rambo patterns down here. It's very weak. All we're doing is heading into support on the next time frame up. So got out with that quarter point gain on that trade when it started to reverse. As soon as the pullback level came out on the 1500 tip bar chart, jumped in at 66 and a quarter. And we were just waiting for consumer confidence numbers to come out. As soon as they came out, bang, that took me out on my target at 70.25. The reason I didn't get out, I'd say just be wary of big numbers coming out. We had consumer confidence and Dallas Fed numbers today. The reason I didn't jump out, we hadn't seen enough blue professional bars at the highs to signal that there's a real kind of change in trend. So I was quite happy to just hold that position. I was ready to jump out, at a moment's notice, but we got the spike the other way. So there we go. I'll tag on those trades. Hope your trading today went well. Looking forward to tomorrow. Just long 66 and a quarter, long 66 and a quarter. Just checking my stops and targets. And would have liked to have seen blue professional bars kind of coming out the lows here, but it's pulled back in an uptrend, just gone off. Just got a break above resistance here on 500. So looking for kind of an exhaustion pattern during the full liquidity of the day. So we'll see where this goes, pull back to end of trend. So we've got to get through this kind of 66 level. That was the last time the professionals kind of stepped in, so that's the area we've got to bust through. So just long 66 and a quarter. Oh, here we go. Alright, so like launching it up through, but looking for that exhaustion pattern. So let's see. Right, 67 3/4 was previous high, so just come through that. We're in an uptrend on the 500 tip bar chart above resistance here. Okay, first blue professional bar in a while on 1500 since the open. Let's see, we've still got to go pull back to end of trend here. Most likely this pull back to end of trend is going to go off here. It'd be nice to see a decent reading. What was this? This was just 8,000. That was just 4. Anyway, so we haven't had a decent 8,000 type reading. We just hit 69s. Target's at 70.25. Already got a quarter point in the first trade, so I'll just leave it at 70.25. 6,000 on better momentum. Pretty big readings, but we still got to pull back to end of trend and maybe see a blue professional bar on 45. So just looking for that kind of just exponential type move. Here we go. Come on. Let's come back a bit. This will be pullback support when it goes off. Got end of trend. We've got blue professional bars of Rambo up there. Flush. 853. We've got consumer confidence at 9. So let's see if we kind of come back up. Wasn't a lot of blue professional bars kind of getting out up here. Thought with these little amateur down bars we'd kind of come back a little bit sooner. Ooh, here we go. Who knows? Might be a whisper out. So come on, just 170. All right, we come down again. Blue professional down bar, broke above it, but come back down to the support level here. It's another blue professional down bar here. Need this to hold. 8:57 AM. We've got this number coming out shortly. I'm just hoping for a spike in volatility high. Don't think it's gonna. Well, I don't think it's all over because you're gonna have blue professional bars and light see exhaustion. Quite a lot of selling though. 8,000 minus 8,000 here. There we go. Coming back up to the top of the range. 69s. Go. Just take it out. Excellent. For 4. On the dot. 9 AM. Don't know what the consumer confidence number is, but initial view was a good one. So excellent. Pull back to end of trend, and end of trend. It was exhaustion selling on that down bar, which is interesting. So.
We had the exhaustion buying kind of pre-open, and it was kind of a flush pattern here. Wasn't a big reading. That could have just been enough selling in order to get another exhaustion pattern on the way up. So cool, done. 4.5 points, so 4.25 points, 2 trades, 9 a.m.